Hi, this is Free Ride with the Conjugal Visits, and with me on Skype is my new good friend Andreas Leyer from Germany.
So hi,
Andreas, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good, good. Uh, we missed last week, and on the air here, I'm going to go ahead and apologize to you for missing out last Sunday. I hurt my back, so it's
Mm,
rather uncomfortable, and you were gracious enough to step aside, and we do appreciate it, man. We do
I,
appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I'm a bit excited. I'm really excited because it is my first radio interview for Synforce at all, and then in
Wow,
English. So
and especially in English, right?
yeah,
Uh, well, I'll try to be gentle as I can. Okay.
okay, that's good. That's good.
Okay. So, Andreas, how you been, man? You doing okay?
I'm doing great. Just
Good.
get off of work today and just at 9 p.m. in Germany now. So yeah, have a after work beer. So everything's great.
Okay, cool. And what do you do, man? Are you a professor or teacher, or
Yeah, I'm a teacher. I'm
you're
a
a
teacher
teacher?
in Germany. Yeah.
What is it you teach again?
Teaching athletics, so sport,
Okay,
and German language.
German language. Ah,
Yeah,
okay. No wonder you're a big football fan out there.
of
You,
course I am. Of course I
do
am.
you coach soccer as well?
No, no, no,
No. Okay.
no. I played in my youth, but now beneath the beneath work, I'm only doing music.
You're only doing music.
Yeah,
Okay, cool, cool. So let me get this right, man. You did some work with Rick Delozier.
yeah, that was amazing, man. That was really amazing. But it is really amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
we met over Facebook. I talked to him nearly 30 minutes ago, and yeah, he offered me to support Synforce and Black Angus, my two bands with rock hard distributors, and it was so great that I said, "Hey, man, you're doing so many instrumentals. If you ever think about having vocals on one of your tracks, just send me one."
Hmm.
And yeah, he sent me six or seven.
6 or 7,
So
right?
yeah, it was really really awesome.
Now he's in North Carolina, is that right?
Yeah,
And you are in what city in Germany?
it's called Metman. Metman.
Mettmann.
It's in between Cologne and Düsseldorf.
Oh, okay. Between Cologne and Dusseldorf.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I know where that is, right? So, and you recorded all the vocals there in Germany?
Yeah, I
Uh,
uh, I o- actually I have my own little recording studio in my house here in Manhattan. So he sent me the tracks, instrumental tracks, and said, "Hey man, do whatever you want. Write the lyrics, the vocal lines. Be free, feel free, do whatever you want." And so yeah, I listened to the tracks, and it was great. When I first heard the songs, when I was in my car driving to work, I had melodies in my head, and so it was like a natural thing. Great.
Excellent. Excellent. And with today's technology, you can record vocals in Germany and he can do the rest, all the instrumental stuff here in the United States and just mix them, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Really
Wow,
fantastic.
in the old days, dude, in the old days, they used to have to fly. Like you would have had to fly from Dusseldorf to America
Yeah,
so that you
yeah,
could all be in one studio at the same place, or record it down to tape and then
yeah,
ship the tape, and
yeah,
then they could dub it that way, I guess, or edit it that way. But that would have been a chore, I guess.
yeah. That I think that wouldn't have worked
Yeah,
now. So
not
that's
today.
really really awesome. That's really really awesome. But I would love to record together with Rick in America. No,
Oh, that
what
would
can I
be
say?
yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, you guys come out and maybe go out and do a couple shows together live, and
We haven't talked about that now, but that would be fantastic. But
yeah,
as a teacher in Germany, you have just a certain time where you can take holidays, and of course that's the most expensive times to fly. So that would be financially it's a bit. No, we'll see. It
we'll
would be a
see.
dream. it would be a dream. Never say never.
Never say never. That's right. And you know, and if the green is there, you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to pull it off. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Sinforce and what's going on with Sinforce.
I started Synthforce in 2013. At this time, I played in a band. Actually, I play in a band called Black Angus, and we are six guys, six friends, just celebrating our passion for heavy metal. But in a band, always have to do compromises, which is good, by the way. But you always have to do compromises, and
Right.
um, I had the idea in my head just to record kind of solo album where I can do whatever I want. And yeah, that was the birth of Synthforce. So I start recording some songs um, without any compromises, just doing double bass stuff if I want to, and yeah. And I released the album in 2014 over iTunes, Amazon, etc.
Cool. Cool. Very good. Very cool. And as far as now, do you do all the lead vocals on that?
I do everything on it. Expect the drums. I'm not a drummer, but at Synthforce now the first album was I recorded was like every guitar, bass, and vocals was
Uh-huh.
just me.
Oh wow.
And this year I finished the second record just a couple of weeks ago, where I also do all the instrumentals and the vocals. But this will be supposed to be live. So I now had a bass. I have a bass player. I have a great guitar player. I have a drummer I know for a while, for a couple of years now. So we are rehearsing right now just to get on stage. 2017, hopefully.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds great. That sounds very interesting. And are you have you been doing anything with Black Angus?
Yeah, we're still alive. No, we're doing a full length record right now. We released an EP with 4 tracks in 2015, and released it digitally on iTunes, etc. So we are recording now 13 songs, and we are doing it in my home studio here in Mettmann. Recorded drums in a bigger studio in Leverkusen, and hopefully at the end of the year we have a record finished.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent. Sounds like a whole lot of fun. Now
of course.
as far as you're just busy, man.
Yeah,
You're,
but
you're a busy man. I mean, not only do you work mostly a full time job, teaching, which is awesome, but you're also producing music and writing music and putting it down on track and stuff like that. Well, do you have time for Andreas?
if I would have the choice, I would do music for living, but you know
Right.
how hard this would be. So I have a good job. That's really important job, of course. So that pays my bills,
Hmm.
and beneath the whole correcting classroom tests, I need something that's completely different. And I always wanted to make music, and I couldn't stop making music anymore.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
it's
That
good
is
work.
just it. Just it's in the passion.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
that's why we do what we do here at KGFRocks.com is because of the passion for the music. It's definitely not for the money. Uh,
I
and it
can tell
is,
you.
it's got to be for the passion of doing it. Um, uh, so in Europe as a whole, as far as the music is going, when I talk to artists that are from Europe, most of them will tell me they've got a very classical background in music. Is that the same for you?
You mean classic metal sound?
Yeah, no, no. I mean classical music in general. A lot of the Europeans that I've spoken to that are musicians, their background is when they were growing up, they were listening to classical music. Uh, how was it for
No,
you? What kind of environment did you grow up in music wise?
no, we never heard classical music at home. Um,
No.
we just hear, my parents heard all the stuff from the radio, and the first metal stuff that I heard, I think it was 12 years old, just a tape a friend of mine in the neighborhood with one side Iron Maiden, I think, and the other side was Cannibal Corpse. So,
Wow.
okay, yeah, yeah. So, really, where does that
Well,
come from?
wow,
But
he just threw it out there at you, huh? And from then on, it just stuck, right?
yeah, it was actually it was Iron Maiden. I Cannibal Corpse, it was not so my kind of thing at
Oh,
the age of 12.
right.
But when I heard Maiden, and especially when I heard the Scorpions, they were really great, big in this time, 88, 90,
Hmm.
and that's when I was infected to heavy metal.
Okay. All right. And some of the other bands that are pretty big out there, and prior to that time, of course, with bands like Wishbone Ash and of course the Rolling Stones and stuff like that. Does any of your I mean, do you take a chance and listen to some of that older stuff that's out there?
Yeah, of course. I heard some of the older stuff, but no, I grew up in the 90s, and it
Okay.
was just like Iron Maiden, Scorpions, Metallica, and Ingrid Malmsteen. I have a guitar teacher. That's the nearest classical stuff I heard. No, I have a guitar teacher who showed me all those guitar shredders like Ingrid Malmsteen and Paul Gilbert, who SRX, and Nuno Bettencourt from Extreme. So they were the first guitarists which really really um, how can I say that?
Influenced you?
Yeah, of course, that influenced me by playing guitar, and
Right.
they were
Right.
more the bands like this, all the Swedish melodic metal stuff, all the power metal stuff, new wave of British heavy metal, more in this direction.
Okay. Okay. And so it blossomed from there. I mean, did you have a band in like high school?
Yeah, I started my first band in 1992. Actually, I think we were 13 years old. Um, we had a school band, and we were sick of all this covering stuff. We have to cover like Santana over and over, and we hated it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
we thought, hey, we want to do some more heavy stuff, and yeah, we founded this band in 1992, and we played until 2001 actually. And
Wow.
1994 there was this album Images and Words from Dream Theater, which really blew us away. So we went in this progressive direction, and yeah, we were lucky because we were able to sign a record deal in 1997 and
Yeah.
doing two records with our band called Age of Rebellion, and yeah, it was a great time.
Oh, what a great name for a band.
Yeah, of course. Of course, we were 18 years old signing our first record contract. And if you would ask me 20 years ago, I would say, what will you be in the future? Yeah, maybe a musician.
A musician, that's right.
Of
That's
course.
right. Well, who could blame you for that? I mean, really, seriously. I mean, it was almost dropped in your lap, and of course, you've already had the musical talent is already in your blood. So, I mean, you might as well go ahead and go with the flow, right?
Yeah, of course. So that's why we never stopped music.
Never stop the music. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Do you still keep in touch with those guys?
Of course, of course. They are one of my closest friends. No?
Oh, excellent. That
Um,
that's always cool. Music can be so cruel.
yeah, the bass player and the guitarist still plays in Black Angus now. So that's really really cool.
So you said there's a new album coming from Sinforce.
Yeah, the new record is ready, and I've sent it a couple of promo CDs now to magazines and to the internet web scenes with the four track, and
Hmm.
yeah, I got the first review last week, which was really really awesome. So I'm really excited what's coming next, and I will try
Cool.
to find a record company to release it, because it's great that you can always release your music over the internet, but I'm a bit old school. I want to have a CD, maybe a vinyl. That would be awesome. So
Oh yeah,
I've,
vinyl is making a pretty big comeback. I mean,
of course, of
vinyl
course.
album sales are really getting big, and CDs have become expensive for some reason. It's just well, not so much. They've gotten more expensive to produce because there's only a few presses in the world compared
Yeah,
to what there used to be in the old days.
yeah,
They've really slimmed it down, and there's only a few companies other than the publisher, but the publishers all go to the same press, and it's limiting their competition. So the
yeah.
price of producing those are actually more expensive than producing the vinyl. And so vinyl's a good option. Matter of fact, I went to Walmart the other day, and
Yeah.
there were LPs there, and I said,
Okay.
"What's this?" And they were like, there was like 4 or 5 different artists that were there. There's a country artist in there, and I said, "Wow, that's amazing." Never see, pretty soon they'll go back to the old 45. We could
Yeah.
buy it, I mean, you can buy a 45, you can buy a single song off of, what is it, off of eBay or whatever the hell it's called, and
Uh,
for 99 cents. Isn't that right? Amazon?
yeah. But
You get a,
but in Germany, vinyl is more expensive than CD.
is it really?
Yeah, because in the metal scene, vinyl has had great following.
Okay.
So all the big countries who shut down their press, how do you call it, to press vinyl?
Oh, yeah. Depressive vinyl? Yeah.
Yeah, they shut it all down in the 90s. So now they see that they can make big money with it and float everything in the market. So vinyl is quite expensive here in Germany,
Right.
but
Well,
of course it's
it's,
great.
yeah, I mean, they are, if it sells, why not use it? And in that respect, it's good for the artist because it gives
Absolutely.
the listener and the fans something another option. Uh,
Yeah.
it- how do you see music in the future? Is it a lot of folks are down on the music of today? What do you think of the music today compared back to, let's say, the late '90s, early 2000s?
Uh, I think you have so many bands you can. Uh, there are so many bands you can hear now, and so many bands selling their stuff. So it's on the one hand, it's really great, but I think it's a problem that there is this bands getting big like Maiden or Metallica because there are so many. But yeah, I think you can see it over the internet. You can how do you call it? I just
There's a lot of independent music out there, and I think that's
yeah
the way to go.
yeah
Not
that's
everybody's going
cool.
to be a rock star, right?
Yeah
And the way you get that out there is by promoting your music.
yeah.
There's no other way to do it. What are so Sinforce? There's no actual release date yet, but
No.
are you going to share that with KGFRocks.com?
Of course I will. Of course I will. So
Okay,
we as I said, I'm trying to find a record company now. So I'm waiting now for the next reviews for the promo CDs, and then I will send the whole record to the record companies and saying, hey, come on, here's some reviews from the magazines, great stuff, take it.
good,
So
good.
I hope we can deal it this year. I hope so.
Now, is there an official Sinforce web page?
Yeah, we have a webpage from synforcemetal.com, but most of the times I go over the Facebook site. So,
Okay, and it's Sinforce on Facebook. Is that correct?
of course, yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay, and of course we're friends with you on there, and
We are.
we're looking for some good stuff. And if you get me those MP3s, I'll put you right into rotation with the new stuff.
Of course, I will. Of course.
Good. Yeah, we always enjoy getting the new stuff. Listen, Andreas, thank you so much for coming on board with us today.
Thank you
I
for
do
having me.
appreciate it. I'm glad I could take the time and talk with you finally and get to know you a little bit. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Andreas for his patience. And I'm so glad that we could finally get this interview done today.
So I really thank you for your support, and I really appreciate that great response and feedback from all over the world. So Thank you for
Great.
having me. It was a pleasure.
Terrific. And I'm going to send you a copy of this here pretty soon. Okay.
Great, great.
And that way you have that and you can share that. But yeah, thanks, Andreas. We will look forward to more from you and Sinforce and Delosier and all of those projects that you're working on, man.
That
That's
is
awesome.
awesome.
I love it.
So, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Andreas. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
We will, for sure.
All right, man. Have a good day.
Bye bye.
Bye.